This story is so heartbreaking. A husband made a sad final call to his wife before his boat was found half submerged in the Florida Bay this past week. Reportedly, 35-year-old Benjamin Godwin called his wife for help, and this was when his boat began to take on water. He knew his boat was going to sink before he disappeared. It was said that Benjamin was out on his boat alone on a cold, windy night. He was in the Choctawhatchee Bay, which is in the Florida Panhandle, and this was on Tuesday. Water started to submerge the back of his boat, so he called his wife, Jessica Godwin, and she was in Freeport, and he told her he was currently trying to get the water out of the boat with a 5-gallon bucket. Jessica, his wife, then called 911, and the Walton County Sheriff's Office then rushed to the bay to try and find him and locate him, rescue him, but they couldn't find him anywhere. It was said the water was choppy and 55 degrees. His boat was found hours later and barely floating with the bow almost underwater, and the boat was said to be completely empty. The 5-gallon bucket he used was later found floating in the bay. His body was eventually found 2 days later on Thursday by divers. This was after the police and his brother and other family members spent days out on the water searching for him. Reportedly, Ben grew up on the bay and he loved being out on the water. And even though he was very experienced being out on the water, it was said the condition on the water that evening made swimming and boating extremely difficult. His family and friends are now trying to raise $25,000 to pay off his debt and to bury him next to his father and to hold his funeral. They also helped to provide for his family for a little bit because he was the sole income earner, if you're interested in donating. Additional funds were said to be put in a trust for his 2-year-old son, whose name is Wyatt. According to loved ones, Ben was on the water almost on a daily basis. He loved to fish and boat and search for Native American pottery and arrowheads along shorelines. I love doing that too. It was said he regularly traveled up rivers to explore nature, which was where he felt most at home. Reportedly, the Coast Guard and the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission are investigating Ben's death. This is so heartbreaking, and my heart and prayers go out to all of Ben's loved ones. There have been so many boating accidents and deaths recently. For more content, be sure to give me a follow, and if you're over on YouTube, click subscribe.